G'day, this is Captain Noob, and this is the Widow Shotgun. This is a semi-highly customizable double-barrel shotgun type weapon, and it is a very stylish one at that. This is not from any game franchise at all. This is completely made from scratch, which is bloody awesome. This thing looks like it belongs in one of those gothic vampire movies, so yeah, I'd love to shove this down a vampire's throat and pull the trigger, but we're playing Fallout 4 and not Skyrim. So getting into these attachments here, this thing follows the same beats as the regular double barrel shotgun, so we'll go for the advanced one there, and same thing with the stock. So you can have a short stock and a full one, and for the muzzle you can actually put a suppressor on there, which is pretty uncouth for shotguns, but I'm going to put that on anyway because I put bloody suppressors on everything. And next up we've got the ammo types here. So birdshot there, that's for shooting birds I guess, and the buckshot, that's your standard 12 gauge stuff that you've got in Fallout 4 already. And would you believe it takes a little bit more power to kill a bird than it would a buck. We've also got the flechette ammo, which gives you just a little bit of penetration with the things in real life, but it's represented with higher range and accuracy and this, and no penalty to damage at all. But yeah, since we've lost a little bit of range by chucking on the suppressor, I think it's a good idea to chuck the flechette ammo on. You've also got high explosive, which will give you the explosive effect, obviously. Incendiary, medicine ammo for healing allies, which is kind of strange. It also gives you -11 range, so who knows. And you've also got slug ammo, which I'm actually keen to try out too, so I'll probably make a couple and switch between them as we get into the video. But for this one, we'll choose the flechette ammo. You can change the zoom distance on this, which why would you want to do that? It's a shotgun. Maybe if you're using the slugs, you'd maybe want to scope in a little bit further just so you can get an accurate shot. But if you want to actually put these on for the benefit of your weapon, it actually increases the accuracy somewhat, which is interesting. And of course, legendary effects exist if you really want to put that on. But this is our Widow shotgun that we're going to use in Gunner's Plaza with a little bit of Doom animations. We'll check them out when we get into it. Okay, so everybody grab your rose-tinted nostalgia goggles on, and we'll see what the super shotgun animations look like. Oh yeah, nice and choppy, also in the middle, and that swaying. Oh yes, it's all coming back to me, but it's not really because I've never really played Doom as a kid. I grew up on PS2 games. Alright, so we'll go ahead and start shooting these gunners now. We'll just wait for old mate here to get out of there, and then we'll get stuck into them, and we can see the good old reload on this thing. Oh, it's beautiful, and it's really quick too, so whilst this thing only has 2 shells before I need to reload, that Doom shotgun reload is really quick, so Rain here is just absolutely slamming shells into the thing, and it's actually good because you can absolutely rattle off shots so much faster. So with all of the flechette on this, we are killing that gunner very, very easily, and since this thing has bugger all spread really, you can get away with just hip firing the thing, which is a little bit more like Doom, although the weapon spray is a little bit distracting. I'm sort of looking at the weapon more than I'm looking at my targets, so maybe I should have screwed around with this before I went and played this, but you know what? We'll aim down sights a bit. There's what the sights look like. It's pretty good. Unfortunately, you can't add in sights for yourself or even scope to use with the slugs, although that isn't practical. I mean, this weapon in general isn't practical. I mean, look at what she's got. She's got a high-powered rifle that fires 5.56s and has a mag capacity of 30 or more. So, yeah. In practicality terms, you can get away with a lot with this weapon, but it's probably not in the modder's vision to add more sights than this, and that pretty much goes pretty well with it. Anyway, hey, it's Captain Bridget there. Open wide, girly, because you're gonna get a mouthful of flechette rounds there. And you know what? We'll bust a crit on you. It is worth mentioning that in third person, the animations are as normal as you can see there. Also nice lighting from all the explosive shots you're taking there. That was interesting. And before you can get back up, we'll hopefully kill you there. I love how the animation looks so choppy compared to the 48 frames per second nature I'm getting out of Fallout 4 in general, so that's good. Uh-oh. Someone picked up Bridget's gun. I'm gonna have to pop a stim pack. This is a moment of rarity for me, but I kind of have to because that gives you damage over time that you can't escape from. So if you could just drop that thing, and I'll confiscate that. There we go. I was about to say compensate. No, we're not compensating for anything here. This is rather good. Alright, so in third person, we get staggered from all the turrets and all of that. And yeah, this thing's performance severely drops off because you're not smashing shells into the thing as quickly as you would with a Doom reload, which is kind of fun. So yeah, using this thing in first person is probably more accurate to what Doom was like anyway. So we're just going to ignore that guy as he shoots us with his laser pistol, because why not? He can tank all of that. And then when we're done killing all of his mates, we'll go ahead and fill his face full of more. Alright, so let's bring out the slugs now. This is a good time for it. So I've taken off the stock on this thing. It's still got the suppressor though, so we'll quickly just get you in the head there. You can tell that I've put a little bit of zoom on this because we're zooming right in now. The FOV has gone right up right down, sorry, as I aim down sights, and we'll see how accurate this thing is. Okay, so we'll scope in. I think there's a little bit of bullet travel time, so if they're dancing around like that, they're going to be even harder to hit. So if you could just stop right there. Oh yes, 2600 damage on that headshot there, and unfortunately missed you, but I guess there's no reason not to shoot him like this. Oh, now we're in danger again, so have yourself a 12 gauge slug to the face. Yummy. Good thing I've got gore turned off, because Rain would have been splattered with gunner brains then, and that takes a while to clean out. Also, that was some weird ass moonwalking, and you're going to get bashed to death. Brutal. Alright, so last turret to kill, and why am I even reloading in third person? Down you go, turret. Oh, I didn't kill this other one before. That's fine, you can die now. And there you go, as the combat music finishes up. Rain, so too does Rain in Gunner's Plaza there. And yeah, this thing is actually kind of fun to use. Obviously, it's with the reload times being on the Doom animations, it improves it a bit. But all in all, it's still hitting quite hard, so even without these animations, you could probably do pretty well with this thing, which is, I actually expected this thing to be on the underpowered side because of its double barrel shotgun nature, having to reload every 2 shots, but yeah, I'm actually impressed with it. We'll move on to super mutants now, and we'll grab ourselves an explosive one instead. Righto, so without the suppressor anymore, we can hear this thing when it's loud and proud, so no reason to sneak. We'll just get straight into it by heading down these stairs, and then we'll get stuck into these super mutants here. So here we go. We'll just make sure we don't hit any of the things around us, and yeah, this is a good modification to have for this thing, and whilst it is a little bit overpowered, it's a nice option to have this thing if it isn't quite doing the damage for you. If you're using regular reload animations and have this thing on very hard mode, you probably want to have a little bit more punch out of this thing, so giving you the ability to make it explosive just from that. And there's even perks invested, you have to have invested to make that even possible, so I guess it's, in a way, it's balancing it a little bit, but it's nice to have that option if this thing just isn't cutting it for damage. And yeah, it's like a free explosive shotgun, although with mods you can do that already, so that's pretty redundant. But anyway, in terms of damage now, we'll get nice and close to these super mutants. We're killing them very fast indeed. I'm not even pushing this thing to the hardest because I can just pause between shots because they're all staggered. But if it was something like Swan, I'd be hammering the mouse button one and seeing how fast we can fire this thing. So only problem with this is the spread is increased substantially, so unfortunately your range is a little bit more limited than what you'd get out of all of the explosive weapons that are present already within the game, or the explosive shotguns, sorry. You can turn basic shotguns into bloody snipers with the explosive effect, just because they just deal so much damage in such a small space that yeah, it just works. Oh my god, I just unironically quoted Todd Howard. Alright, so you can die super mutant, you can outlive the shame of my quoting of Todd Howard. Anyways, my commentary is getting bad because I'm tired, I know, I apologize, but there's not really much I can say other than this thing absolutely kicks ass, and I highly recommend this mod to anyone who can get it. Sorry PS4 players, it's rather limited on your side, but you can play along with standard double barrel shotgun with explosive. In fact, you can do better with it, except the animation part. Alright, so we'll just explode that dude with a little bit of splash damage, and that was the Widow shotgun with the explosive effect unsuppressed there, and that's what it looks like. It's a really stubby barrel there, but it works. It just works. Okay, so we'll go ahead and move on to some sort of monster now and test out this thing to its to the maximum. We're pushing it to the limits, boys. Okay, so here's the one loaded with slugs. Let's go and kill Swan now. I don't expect this thing to be hitting him that hard over this distance, but we'll see what we can do. Okay, so hitting him for pretty good damage numbers there, actually. So we'll just back away from Swan, do what we usually do, and just go ahead and hit him as much as we can. Although we're in danger now, so it's hit the fan. We'll bring out our explosive one and have a little bit of a VATS run on his face there. Go for a crit there, and we're doing significantly less damage without all the sneak attack criticals. Also, yeah, shooting it that close to you, even under VATS detection, can do you significant damage. So this time Swan has a fighting chance of trying to kill me. But it's not going to last long for old Swan over here, because we've got an explosive one, and we'll go ahead and spam the crap out of mask button 1. You can tell this thing is going to be firing super fast, and look at all that. He's just standing there taking it all. We're getting about 66 damage in general every time we hit him, but there's a couple bits here and there that don't appear to be 66, and that's a funny Emperor Palpatine number there, execute order 66. Anyways, yeah, not even using this thing in third person ever because these animations are just too great. They don't translate well, but yeah, for someone who's got nostalgia for the original Doom games, yeah, I think this is going to be a good mod for them. Okay, in Nerd Rage now, and we'll try to get him to stop throwing those bloody stones at us because we probably can't win that DPS battle. Alright, a couple more to go, and even in slow motion that choppy ass reload still looks goofy as hell, but there we go. We've actually managed to kill Swan in a one-on-one fight with a shotgun without the use of many sneak attack criticals to get us over the line, which is kinda nice. And yep, we'll go ahead and take on one more monster. Okay, now it's time for a little bit of Pest Extermination, and Roachzilla is our target, so hopefully we'll be able to get him pretty well. We've got here's the slug thrower. That's what we want to use on him, just for starters. Hopefully he doesn't detect us too fast. In fact, we're already detected there, but we'll just get back into hidden real quickly. We still have an angle on him. No, he still sees us. Okay, now, oh, we're just out of range for this weapon. We've got to get in real close to actually use this thing. There we go, much better. VATS is telling us we've got a better chance of doing good damage. Actually, no, before you go ahead and shoot, make sure you bloody reload the thing. And now we can actually get stuck into him. So if we could just, there we go. Alright, VATS camera, let's do your thing. Crit there. And straight onto aggroed there, so that would lead me to believe that this thing is actually hit scan though, so that's interesting. Righto, another crit. One more please. Oh, there we go, we're getting through the crits pretty good actually, so that's good. Now we are in a little bit more trouble because he's seen us now according to his movements there. So once again we'll bring out the explosive variant, and then we'll go away from his devastatingly powerful bites for a bit. We'll just jump on this futuristic forklift thingy. Right. Now what are you going to do, Mr. Radroach? You're going to... Ooh, you're going to get knocked down there, I do believe. Oh, yes. He's not a happy Radroach there. I think I hit an oxygen tank, which sometimes causes enemies and the like to knock down, which is actually quite useful. I've showcased this before against a giant-ass Deathclaw. It actually knocked him down pretty good. I'm actually going to blow up that car next to him again. And, yeah, he's being thrown around a lot. Not even by the Widow shotgun, just by things. And, okay. Just remember to shoot him in first person, just for the reloads. And we'll jump over here. Oh! Okay, we're down in the ringer with him. That's unfortunate. Okay, he got a bite in finally, but I think we'll be fine. You better go away, Mr. Buggy Dude, because, oh yes, you're not standing up to this at all, are ya? Oh, actually no, come back here. You're not getting away that easily, mate. Hopefully we can still hit him. We'll go for a crit. That'll definitely hit. Okay, that's not doing nearly as much damage. Also, we've got the mysterious stranger proc, but he didn't ever come, so what's the point of that? And we're slipping out of danger now. We could probably be good to just take him out from here, but we'll get a little bit more damage and a VATS run with slugs just to make sure. Ah, there you are. Alright, let's see if Penetrator perk can get through that rock. We'll go for a crit first just to make sure. Interestingly, 2 hits there. I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe it's just how VATS is calculated when you're shooting through stuff. Okay, 620 damage there, that's good. And here he comes for the big Lord Leap. He has mutated too, so you probably better reload. There you go, now you remember. And Oh, oh, he's a mad bug, this one. We'll switch over back to our flechette one, and we'll finish him off with that, hopefully. Yeah, we'll do that. Come back here. Oh, no, not getting away from this. Just one more hit should do him in. Ah, you're lucky you... Oh, and out of the bushes he jumps out for a last desperate attack, but no, that's not working. So there you have it. That was the Widow shotgun. It's powerful enough for me to take on that bloody rad roach there in the middle of the day, which is more than a lot of weapons can say. Also, hello Winter. So if you'd like to see this weapon in your game, be sure to check out the description. This one has been out for a while, so chances are a lot of you may have actually picked this up before. But if you've never seen it with the Doom animations, then there you go, there's something new you can do to the weapon. And it works pretty fine. I do enjoy this thing. I did try it with the Battlefield 1 animations, but they sadly didn't line up the sights properly, so unfortunate it is incompatible there unless you go ahead and just tweak it within the creation kit, which is obviously a PC only thing. So yep, be sure to check out the links. I've said all that already. Thank you for watching, guys.